Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Annalisa and this is day 2 of the 12 days of Christmas. And this is my sweater for today. It says drink and be meowy. It has little ornaments on it and some tinsel / garland and a bunch of little cats and paw prints. So today's video is going to be about my pain management toolkit. Hi, I'm disabled, I'm autistic, I have chronic pain. Where the chronic pain comes from is all theoretical, and none of this is medical advice. This is meant to express to people who don't have chronic pain different ways that some people deal with it, and if you do have chronic pain and you see something that you haven't tried, talk to your doctor about whether that would be an appropriate something for your condition. I am going to caution you about a couple of these because they have side effects, and also if you feel the need to use any of these things on a regular basis and you've never brought up chronic pain or any kind of or whatever pain you're dealing with to your doctor, definitely do at least give it a shot. I know doctors can be pretty terrible especially for chronic conditions, but every once in a while you happen upon a doctor who knows what to do about it, or can at least give you the information to make more informed decisions for yourself, because all of these things are non-prescription. So the first thing that I do absolutely every day is I take some over-the-counter pain meds. Right now I'm on aspirin. The thing about them is, aspirin is an NSAID. Other NSAIDs are ibuprofen, which is, see, I use the off-brand name and then I can't remember what the brand name is, but there's also Tylenol is a brand name, and the off-brand version of that is, and the generic name for that is acetaminophen. Acetaminophen, not an NSAID. They are different. NSAIDs not only help with pain, they also help with inflammation. And I have a theory that some of my pain comes from inflammation because a lot of it is muscle pain. So I prefer to take NSAIDs. The thing about over-the-counter pain meds is if you take them chronically, or if you take too high a dose at a time, they will damage, in the case of NSAIDs, your stomach lining. In the case of acetaminophen / Tylenol, that one harms your liver. I've been taking NSAIDs for about 5 years now, and I am prone to ulcers, but I haven't had ulcers while I've been on NSAIDs, because the entire time I've been on NSAIDs I've been on omeprazole, which is something that takes down the level of acid in your stomach. The problem with that is when you take down the level of acid in your stomach, you make it more difficult for your system to absorb certain nutrients such as calcium and vitamin D, which can lead to osteoporosis, which is weak bones. Therefore, I talked to my doctor about my medicine schedule. She would like to get me off of both of the regular pain meds and the regular omeprazole, because although the omeprazole solves the pain problem, if I stop taking the omeprazole so that I can absorb bone stuff better, I will probably get ulcers from the NSAIDs. So that's where a lot of these other pain management techniques are going to come in. So, non-medication ways to deal with pain. So I have a lot of sort of structural pain. I don't think I have very much nerve pain. So a lot of my pain comes from my bones and my muscles. And I have found that my body likes to be horizontal during the day. It likes to take breaks between sitting up and standing up and walking around. It wants to have a break in the middle of the day where I go horizontal, either on my side or on my back. But I do need to be fully horizontal. Sitting down does not have the same restful effect, specifically on my lower back, where your sitting up and standing muscles are the ones that allow you to bend down and then come back up. Those muscles complain to me a lot. So I take naps. I used to be able to just lay down and read a book, but now I also have been getting more tired over the last year, and thanks to doing labs, it might be because I'm a little more anemic than I used to be, which is weird because another thing I did to reduce pain, this one is prescription, I started on continuous birth control, which will stop your periods. So if you have bad period pain, for some people with uteruses, that is an option. It doesn't work for everybody. Some people have like such strong, forceful, I don't know why, periods that it like will break through the medication and you'll still have period symptoms. And for some people don't tolerate hormonal birth control. So not an option for everyone, but it is an option for some people, and it's worked really well for me personally. And you would have thought that my semi-anemic self, who had an 11.5 hemoglobin normally, once I stopped bleeding every month, would have increased hemoglobin. But in fact, I now have less hemoglobin. I'm down at a 10, which is starting to get into more anemic than is normal, even for people who do have periods. So yeah, we're gonna be looking into that too. But that might be why I'm tired enough and sleepy enough during the day that I need an actual nap and not just going horizontal. Some people have more pain after they just wake up. Some people have less. It totally depends on the source of the pain. I tend to have less after I've just woken up, so having a nap kind of resets me. So I have less pain in the evening if I take a nap in the afternoon. Pain in general also tends to make a person tired. Another thing I do is take baths in my jet tub. My mom's jet tub. Since a lot of my pain is muscle pain, when I can get those muscles to relax, a lot of the pain will go away. So heat will help muscles relax a lot of the time. Something about having the jets sort of gently pushing on my muscles also helps. Plus, I think the jets, having the air bubbles in there kind of helps me to float a little bit. I'm short enough that I can float somewhat in a 6-foot tub. And that also relieves the pressure on my joints, particularly my hips are very sensitive and really enjoy the break that they get from having a little float. Speaking of heat, I also have a little pad that I heat up in the microwave. You can buy things that are specifically for this, or you can make them at home. You just sew a little bag out of fabric and you stuff it with rice. Whatever cheap rice is available to you, and you can also sew a liner for it so that you can stick that in the washing machine and you're good to go. There are also electrical ones. I have one of those. It doesn't work as well because even though it was kind of expensive, it was kind of cheaply made, so I should probably get a better one. They do make electrical ones of various sizes, small ones and big ones. Then something I just got recently that my doctor suggested, and she also uses one, is a TENS unit. I got mine directly from the company that made the first TENS units. The last two letters are neurostimulation, I think. What it is a little thingy like this that has a battery in it. And it has a few controls. It has little dials on the top and 2 outputs, at least mine does. This is the TU7000 and it was $70. And out of here come little cords that you hook up every time, and attached to them, these are the cords. Each cord has a red and a black, and you attach them. This is not sponsored, by the way, or gifted. I just really like it. You attach them to these little pad things. I think they're called nodes or electrodes. And then you stick these, they're sticky, onto whatever place you're having pain. You don't put them directly on your spine. I'm not sure why, but you're not supposed to put them directly on your spine. But if your spine is what's hurting, you actually put them directly on either side of your spine. And You put them directly on either side of wherever the pain is, and they shoot electricity between each other across where the pain is. And by some magic, they stimulate the muscles, which and the nerves, which somehow makes it so that because your nerves are getting these electrical signals, they are unable to also send pain signals at the same time. So that's part of the pain relief. And then it also relieves pain after you've taken it off, which you usually go for about a half-hour session at a time, because it causes a release of endorphins, which will last for quite a while. I think there's something else to it than just the endorphins, because endorphins should help for your whole body, but specifically I've found that in the area where I place it, it stays pain-free after I've taken them off, while I might still have pain elsewhere in my body. So there's something about it that causes maybe the muscles being stimulated, then realize that once they stop being stimulated they can relax, and a lot of my pain is from tense muscles, so maybe they just stop being tense after that. I don't know why, but I know that it works really well. It's a bit of a hassle to hook it up and get it going. You can technically walk around and do stuff with it, but I find it works better if I just sit with them on for the half hour and like play on my computer or something. Especially if you have them on your neck. If you move your neck around a lot, they will come unstuck. And it is a somewhat distracting and annoying buzzing feeling. You can turn it up so high, you have control over turning it up with the little dials, that it will zap you. And it will and before it zaps you, it'll make your muscles actually jump. I prefer to keep it just below where it does that, so it just feels like a vibration. So it's a little bit annoying to do, but the pain relief is definitely worth it. It just takes a bit of initiation energy. Lastly, my least healthy coping mechanism for pain and depression is eating food. I live for food. It's amazing because food doesn't require any initiation energy if it's a ready-to-eat snack type of thing. And a lot of ready-to-eat things don't have a lot of macronutrients or micronutrients. Sometimes they have the macronutrient of fat. Fairly often they do, but not in a balanced diet kind of way. But yeah, chocolate gives you endorphins, which help with pain management, and also the joy of good taste will distract me from the fact that I'm feeling pain. Also, chewing is a type of stim, which is a thing that autistic and several other neurodivergent people find really helpful when they're overstimulated or understimulated, and pain can be a type of overstimulation, and chewing is a stim that I enjoy very much. So I do enjoy chewing some gum, but also various crunchy foods are very good for the chewing stim. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I do to deal with my chronic pain. I minimize chronic pain in the first place by managing my activity levels and not walking on concrete for too long, or standing in one place for too long. That really messes up my spine. Not wearing shoes or wearing thin-soled shoes also messes up my spine. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I do to prevent the pain happening in the first place as well. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this informative or cathartic if you're somebody else who has to do a lot of things to manage your body. I hope you're having a happy holidays. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!